Sir, please say your full name.
Ricky Moore.
James Lewis Moore, sir.
Ricky Moore.
Mr. Moore, this is Magistrate Chapter. You here in a criminal matter. Case number is 230-586-2001, sir. You have an attorney. Go ahead, counsel.
Ryan Moran, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. James Moore. We waive formal reading. Mr. Moore stands.
Ricky Moore.
James Moore is inside cell. We got
Ricky Moore.
Also known as Reggie Moore.
No.
My apologies.
Ricky Moore.
Reggie Moore. Got it.
Reggie Moore,
Ryan
sir.
My name
Hold
is
on.
Ricky Moore. Ricky Moore. I want to be called Ricky Moore.
Okay. All right, Mr. Moore, thank you. Thank you for speaking up. This is Magistrate Chapter. Mr. Ricky Moore. I also have you, Mr. Moore. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have you also as Reggie Moore.
Well, what will you have on record when someone comes and visit me? What name would that be under, if I may ask?
Okay. You're here under Reggie Moore, also known as Ricky Moore. Reggie.
No, that's incorrect. That's incorrect.
Ricky Delmore also.
Yes, but I'm here as Ricky Moore, alias as Reggie Moore and Ricky Delmore. Could a copy
Okay, yes.
Ricky Moore and have it on record when somebody comes and visit me, call Ricky Moore, please, so they won't get confused?
Well, Mr. Moore, I have those various names for you. The
Yes,
case
yes,
number
yes.
is different. I'm going to give you the case number, 230-586-2101. People State of Michigan versus Reggie Moore, also known as Ricky Moore and Ricky Delmore.
No, my
Go ahead, counsel.
Ryan Moran, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Ricky Moore. Waive reading, stand mute. Mr. Moore has been advised of his rights.
Thank you. I'm going to plea of not guilty.
Hasn't been advised because it's being violated right now.
That's
not
not
aware.
Mr. Moore, did you have an opportunity? Mr. Moore, stop. Mr. Moore, stop. Stop. I'll ask the questions. Mr. Moore, have you been interviewed by an attorney?
Not properly, no.
Okay. When you say not properly, what do you mean by that, sir?
Rights are violated.
Did they not tell you your rights?
Not all of them, no.
Which rights did they not tell you about?
The obligation and the rights to speak up for myself and this the thing. They charged me with
Okay.
first degree.
You're being charged. I'll
felony.
tell you what your Mr. Moore, I'll tell you what your charge is. Do you want me to tell you the charges?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Moore, you are charged with, and I'm going to give you the case number, 230-586-2101. Mr. Moore, you are charged with count 1, bank robbery. Maximum penalty is life or any term of years. There's an habitual fourth offense notice. The penalty under the habitual, it is life if the primary offense has a penalty of 5 years or more. Do you understand that?
No, I do not, because it's incorrect. Because I talked to the detective, he specifically told me I was being charged with.
Okay, Mr. Moore, what the detective, Mr. Moore, what the detective told you may be different, what you're being charged with. And that is something that you can talk to your attorney, Mr. Moore.
And she violated my rights. That's what I did, and she wouldn't listen to me.
Okay,
That's what I'm
Mr.
telling
Moore, so you understand your rights may or may not have been violated, but that is something for you to talk to your attorney after your arraignment. Do you understand that?
My attorney rights has been violated. I could not speak
Your
when
Honor,
he was
Judge, if I may, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Mr. Moore,
Honor,
stop. Stop, Mr. Moore. Go ahead,
Judge, I don't want to
counsel.
I don't want to make this more difficult than what it seems, but you know, obviously, in my opinion, Mr. Moore was interviewed by some of the best attorneys I know. And it's been multiple times that it's been multiple times that, you know, that's been complained of on this record. And at this time, Judge, I do feel that there's been a complete breakdown of our attorney-client relationship with our office. I would ask that Mr. Moore either be appointed counsel or proceed per, as we're able to represent him. We want to represent him, but we can't be accused of misconduct when we're working very hard to try and get him out of here, Judge. So I think there's been a breakdown.
Okay, Mr. Moore?
Maybe we can recall this and I can talk to my supervisor about
Can
how
I
best to proceed.
have a different arraignment? Can I have a different arraignment on a different day?
No,
Can I
it will be
please have
today, sir.
My attorney rights have been violated because the charges is incorrect.
Okay, sir, that is not for you to determine whether the charges are incorrect or not. You can speak to your attorney when you either have retained counsel or appointed counsel as to whether or not the charges are incorrect. And that is for a preliminary examination. Do you understand that, Mr. Moore?
I do not. Because my attorney won't listen to me. That's what I'm telling you. Because the wrong charges, and the charge that they're giving me is up higher than the one that the detective told me. So my rights have been violated because the attorney wouldn't listen to me. Forced me out the room.
Mr. Moore. Okay. Are you finished, Mr. Moore?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me tell you this. The officers that you spoke to, they don't have authority, okay, as to tell you what the charges are going to be. Your defense counsels do not have the authority as to what the charges are going to be. It is the court that makes the determination as to what the charges are going to be. Whether there is sufficient probable cause, okay, as to whether or not there's enough probable cause to establish the charges. Now, the probable cause testimony was given, and the charge is bank robbery.
Okay, what makes
you can now hold on, Mr. Moore. I let you speak. Now I'm going to speak, and I'm going to finish. You can disagree with the charge, and if you disagree with the charge, that's why you have an attorney later on, and then they will go and hold on. They will go later on, whether it's at the preliminary examination, which is a hearing, that testimony has to be given, whether the charge will be upheld or not. Do you understand that part?
If it's wrong, I do not understand, because if it's wrong, how can it be changed? Because if it's wrong, if it's
wrong, sir, then that would be up to a court to change it. That is not up to you to change it. It's up to a court to change it. Do you understand that?
The probable cause of changing it then, without the stipulation.
Sir, there's nothing, sir, we're not stipulating anything today. The only thing is whether or not your arraignment. And we're going to have your arraignment today, whether you have with an attorney or you do not have an attorney. Now, there is an attorney that is standby that has spoken to you. Now, do you want to have another opportunity to speak to an attorney or not today? Right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you want to
today?
Today, you're going to speak to an attorney, another attorney.
Yes.
Okay. Counsel, do you know who interviewed this gentleman?
Judge, it won't be any attorneys from our office, as there's been a complete breakdown of the attorney-client relationship, unfortunately.
Oh, no, it's not.
Well, counsel, I don't know. Mr. Moore, stop. Stop, Mr. Moore. Counsel, okay, there's 3 attorneys there. I don't know who spoke to Mr. Moore. Sometimes it is a fresh face, okay, to speak to Mr. Moore. So I don't know who spoke to him originally. I don't know if everybody spoke to him.
Your Honor, our office is a package deal, Judge. You get, if you have a breakdown with our office, you have a breakdown with every attorney in our office.
Well,
but Your Honor, if I could have the chance to call Ms. Reason over and just confirm, I don't want to speak on something that I don't want to
listen to what I have to say, because this is my life. And then I don't want to waste my life. I'm 50 years old, and I have determined on what my life is going to be in the future.
Okay.
If I can
Mr. Moore, are you okay? Counsel, can you tell me who spoke to Mr. Moore?
I believe it was Attorney Stevenson, Your Honor.
Okay. Counsel Berg, do you want to take a shot at it or not?
Me, as of right now, Attorney Murad, because me and Ms. Stevenson actually tried to talk to Mr. Moore. And what Mr. Moore doesn't understand is that the detective doesn't determine the charges. And there's no way that we can get those charges changed today. And there's nothing that we can do to change them. And if we don't get those charges changed, then Mr. Moore is going to have a problem with it.
How would it get changed? Because it's the wrong charges. And I feel like it's been on violating my rights.
Your Honor, can we recall this?
Yeah, we're going to recall this. Thank you, Mr. Moore. We'll call you back later at the end.
Thank you.
Step aside, Mr. Moore.
We should be ready on Mr. Reggie Moore.
Okay. You think we had better chance now?
I think so. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Let's see.
We think so.
All right.
I think Mr. Bird got him. I think he's okay.
All right. Just let me finish this one. Trying to do this paperwork. Please go. There we go. All right. So Mr. West. Love celebrity.
Still not in.
All right, sir, please say your full name. DDC, you need to unmute. DDC, you need to unmute. Oh, thank you. All right, Mr. Moore, we're going to start over again. Your case number, sir, is 230-586-2101. Please say your full name, sir.
Ricky Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Thank you, Mr. Moore. I also have you as Reggie Moore and Ricky Delmore. Sir, you have an attorney. Go ahead, counsel.
Brian Murad, P83665 on behalf of Mr. Ricky Moore. We waive formal reading. Mr. Moore stands mute. He's been advised of his rights.
No, I did not stand mute. No, I did not.
Okay.
I get not guilty.
Okay, Mr. Moore, I'm going to let you know what the charge is, and we're going to go. Okay, the charge is count 1, bank robbery. Penalty is life for any term of years. There's an habitual fourth offense notice, meaning there's at least 3 prior felony convictions. The penalty under the habitual, it is life. If the primary offense has 5 years or more.
No, I do not. This is the second thing.
Okay, Mr. Moore, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty for you. Do you understand that? Mr. Moore, I'm going to let you know what the charges are. I'm going to let you know what the court dates are. September 6, 2023. It is a probable cause conference, followed by preliminary examination, September 12, 2023. Both matters are in front of Judge Jefferson. Do you understand that, Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Moore, there are some bond conditions, sir. You're not to possess any firearms or any other dangerous weapons. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You're not to have contact with a, let me see who it is, Amanda Engel, who allegedly is an employee of the Chase Bank. Not to have contact with that Amanda Engel. Do you understand that?
Family, friends, anybody else besides me, yes.
Okay. Also, sir, while this case is pending, you're not to go have any contact, go to the location of 3300 East Jefferson, which is Chase Bank in the city of Detroit. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. With that being said, I see that you have local ties, meaning that you have residence in the city of Detroit.
Yes.
I do not have any KPS history, meaning that you failed to appear at a court hearing. I don't have any information, but I do have that you have prior convictions, sir. The latest is from 2013. It refers to felony bank robbery. I'm going to have your attorney make an argument. Do you understand that, sir? As to bond.
Yes. I'm
Okay,
not
go ahead,
interested in a
Counsel.
bond. Excuse me. I'm not interested in a bond. I'm interested in solving the case and getting the problem solved. I'm not trying to get out because there's gonna be a hold on me because I got another misdemeanor in 36th District Court. So I'm not
Okay,
worried about it. I understand y'all trying to make some money and stuff, but I don't have no money and I'm trying to solve the case.
okay. Go ahead,
So
Counsel.
Judge, with regard to bond, I'd advise that Mr. Moore is 50 years old, Judge. He's a life resident here in the state of Michigan. I'm not aware of any other matters pending besides traffic. Mr. Moore does receive Social Security as his sole source of income, Your Honor, putting him well within the poverty guidelines. A stable residence in the community as well with a roommate, Judge. He's given us some phone numbers, including his pastor's phone number, so we know he has those ties. Your
Yeah,
Honor,
only gave one number, sir, and plus my
Thank you
number.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moore. And Your Honor, I did have the opportunity to review this investigator's report thoroughly. And, my opinion, Judge, is that I don't think anyone ever was in any type of danger. And when we think about bond, that's really our concern here is if we let Mr. Moore back out on the street, is someone going to be in danger? And based on this case and these allegations, Your Honor, I just don't find that present. I think that if we take anything with regard to these allegations, the report indicates that he was very cooperative with the police. He was not combative. There was no assaultive behavior whatsoever. The allegation is the use of a note in this particular matter, Your Honor. I think those are all relevant factors here. Somebody who was listening to officers, who sat down with officers, who cooperated with officers. I think that's worth consideration when we're determining bond. I don't think he's a flight risk, Judge. I don't think there's a KPS history ever. For these reasons, Your Honor, I'm going to ask the court for a high personal bond with a GPS tether. That way the court can, monitor him if the court wishes. But for those reasons, Your Honor, I'd ask for just a straight personal bond. I know that's what Mr. Moore wants me to ask for, but I understand if the court may not do that, we'd ask for GPS tether in lieu of any cash bond.
Okay. Officer Bray?
Solve the case to be solved. I do not want to be
Yes,
bonded
Your
out.
Oh, okay. Officer, can you tell me in reference to Mr. Reggie Moore or Ricky Moore, does he have any holds?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. With that being said, Mr. Moore, okay.
I'm not planning on getting bonded out, period.
Well, sir, in this particular matter, I'm looking at this.
I want the case to be solved, not trying just to get out.
Sir, the case will be solved one way or the other
That's not solving
in
the
this
case.
matter.
Big money. Now, I'm thinking about, I don't have no money to give to y'all. There's no time to wait. 50
Okay.
years old.
Well, thank you, Mr. Moore. Okay. In this particular matter, counsel, I read the same things in the investigator's report, that he spoke to the police, he was cooperative, that he attempted to rob, he had a note he gave to a bank employee about he wanted some money. Quote, the note said, "Give me money or die." However, he indicated that after he spoke to the police that he tried to gain money to pay his rent and put some money in his pocket for the month. There was nothing to indicate that he had any type of firearm or other dangerous weapon, but the note itself in itself, that can be dangerous. Give me money or die. Okay. And his last conviction was about 10 years ago. So with that being said, okay, Mr. Moore, I'm going to give him a $500,000 personal bond. I'm also going to put him on a GPS tether, house arrest.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Moore.
Thank you, Judge.
EDC, I'll see you on the female side.
You're not welcome.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not welcome.